Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everyone. Today is February 13th of 2022. A lot of people are going to be watching what's called the Super Bowl today. That's where people are playing football, one football team against the other. And when they play football, they do what? They throw the ball back and forth, right? They throw it. Quarterback throws it, hopes somebody receives it. And sometimes they kick the ball as well. And it's interesting where we get this word ball. Where did we get the word ball? Why do we say ball in English? It comes from a Greek word, and I'm going to read it to you. Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. It says, "You are the salt." This is Jesus speaking. "You are the salt of the earth. But if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled under people's feet." Well, I could totally talk about this verse quite a bit and explain some things to you, but let's talk about the Greek word thrown. When he says, what good is it except it is thrown out, trampled under somebody's feet? In fact, when that word that he uses for thrown out, taking that salt and throwing it out, it's the same word that when Jesus told Peter, cast your hook. Cast your hook. Remember when he told Peter to go fishing to get tax money? Hey, go fishing. This fish is going to bring you the tax money that we need, enough for you and I both. And he tells Peter, so just cast your hook in. He didn't say, Peter, use bait. I love it. You know, Jesus doesn't need bait. He didn't need to use bait, right? People use things like clickbait to get you to watch their videos and such, right? It's bait. Jesus doesn't need bait. All he told Peter to use was a hook. And when he told Peter to cast his hook, it's the same word as throw your hook. And it's the same word that Jesus used for when you take salt and you throw it out. It's the Greek word ballo. Ballo. B-A-L-L with an O at the end. Ballo. And that's where we get the English word ball, which means to cast or to throw. And so when they're playing football today, they not only are throwing the ball, but they also kick the ball as well. You understand? So I like doing this origin of words. I hope you enjoy the series. We'll continue to do more and more as time goes on. But there's just one little thing I just want to share with you before I go. Jesus says, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its flavor, it's not good for anything except to throw out and let people trample upon it. You know, there's people that will read that scripture verse like myself, how I used to see it in the past, and you're like, uh-oh, I'm doomed. If I'm the salt of the earth, well, I've definitely lost my flavor. Maybe tomorrow I'm flavorful, but today, nope, lost it. And so you're thinking God's just going to throw, ballo, cast you out, let you be trampled upon, perhaps even take you and throw you in that eternal burning fire. But I want to tell you something about salt. I don't care how old salt is. You could have a thing of salt on your counter for 20 years, and I guarantee you that salt has not lost its flavor. You put it in your coffee instead of sugar and you watch what happens. You'll definitely say, oh, this salt hasn't lost its flavor, right? So what's Jesus really saying? Perhaps. What do you think, you guys? Because I'll share with you something how I see it. So since salt doesn't lose its flavor, otherwise it's good for nothing, you might as well just throw it on the ground, right? And let people trample upon it. If salt doesn't lose its flavor, well, guess what? you won't lose yours either. Because it is God in you that never leaves you. It is God in you that keeps that salt flavored, right? The problem is, maybe you're not going around and sprinkling your salt. You understand that? You might be holding back from sprinkling your salt. It's what we do with what we've got. You understand? We want to do something with what we've got. But you don't lose your fit flavor and become worthless. You understand that? And the value of salt, not only does it make things taste good, enhances the flavor, but it also preserves. And when you preserve, guess what that means in Greek? It means to save. Because the word salvation in Greek, it comes from the Greek word sozo, which means to save, sozo. It not only means to rescue one from danger and put him into a place of safety. Yep, that's exactly what Jesus does. He saves you, rescues you from danger, puts you into a place of safety. But he also preserves you. And because he lives inside of you, you're a preserver to others as well. But now what we want to learn to do, because I've been talking this year so much about identity, so now that you know who you are the salt of the earth. And you know what you have. You have salt. You have flavor. You have preservation. Now the thing is to learn to use what we've got. And learning to use what we've got can be a process. Because you can take that salt shaker, and if you don't know how to do it right, you might sprinkle way too much on it. And then it becomes gross. You might overdo it. Or you might do it so little that it hardly even makes a difference. But if you learn to use it right, not only are you giving things a well flavor, enhancing the flavor, do you understand? Enhancing people's lives, but then you're also preserving them. Do you understand? All right, you guys, I hope you all have a great day. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to you. We get that word football from the Greek word ballo, ball. I hope this has been a blessing to you. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Just one more thing before I go. Just one more thing. Because the thought just came to my mind. I want you to know this. You will never be thrown out. You will never be ballo, thrown out, to be trampled on. Why is that? Because you cannot and you will not and you have not lost your flavor. Do you understand? It's still there. God's Spirit is still in you. You have not lost His Spirit. And then, so now you're worthless and cast out. Never. Jesus didn't say He's going to cast you out if you lose flavor. He said, if the salt loses its flavor. So the question is, can salt lose its flavor? No. Like I said, it's just about, do you use it? But He didn't say, if you don't use the salt and sprinkle, I'm going to cast you out. It says if it loses its flavor. And you can't lose His Spirit in you. You cannot lose your salvation. You understand that? I hope you do, because it is God in you that gives you that flavor. Do you understand? And God never leaves you, because once you're joined to His Spirit, you are now one. 1 Corinthians 6:17. All right, guys. God bless you all. Have a great one. I'll see you next time.